Hi Calvary, it's Pastor Ann.
Pastor Alice.
We just wanted to virtually connect with you today because we miss you. This is a really uncertain time that we're in. We're kind of navigating it hour by hour, day by day, just like you are. And we miss you. We miss connecting with you in person. We missed being with you in person on Sunday for worship and for small groups this week. And so this is our way of just letting you know that we're thinking of you. We're trying to model healthy social distancing here. The best way that we can love our neighbor during this time and love ourselves is to follow the guidelines that are being given to us to stay safe and healthy and to protect those who are most vulnerable in our community. So I know it's hard to think about when we think about Christian love, it's about doing and action. But right now, one of the best things we can do is literally stay put in order to love our neighbor. And so we thank you for doing that. We thank you for understanding why we can't gather together as a community right now. And just a little bit of an update. When we communicated with you last week, we had said that we hoped to be together maybe by Palm Sunday, but we weren't sure. But now, as I'm sure you've heard, the city of Denver has put a ban on gatherings of more than 50 people for at least 2 months. So until May 11th, which is a Monday. So it looks like, unless things change, we won't be back together for worship until Sunday, May 17th. But in the midst of all of that, we are working hard to find ways that we can connect with you. And Pastor Alice is going to share that with you.
We had planned before all of this had taken place in our world to have our Lenten suppers on Wednesdays. And we are still going to provide a kind of option of that. We know that a lot of you are missing connection with others, and technology is really getting a starring role here. So please join us for our midweek virtual Lenten gatherings. You should have received an email yesterday about that. It'll be via Zoom, which you can join via your computer, or you can join it like a phone call. And there are instructions in that email. And if you haven't received that, please let me know. I also just wanted to lay out some communication guidelines. Since we won't be able to connect with you in person, email is going to be the biggest way we're going to communicate with you. What happens a lot with our emails is they can go to spam or junk folders without realizing it. So if you are not receiving emails from us at least once a week, please check your spam or your junk folder, or email me, because a lot of times what has happened is people accidentally unsubscribe from our emails. So if you are looking at your inbox and you're not seeing anything from us, that's a sign for you to contact me, and I will be happy to help you reconnect with us. Also, follow us on our Facebook page. If you are on Facebook, we'll be posting on there as well. We also have an Instagram for those who are on the gram. And we are just always looking for ways, kind of like this video today, to just connect with you as best as we can. We will be pastorally connecting. We're hoping to have a pastoral call option for those who just want to talk to their pastor via Zoom, virtually. Ways that we can still provide pastoral care for you, especially during this time of high anxiety, where we're uncertain of what the future will be, when we can't gather together in person. So those are just some communication guidelines for right now.
Yeah, and I would just encourage you, in addition to some of the formal ways that we'll be inviting you to connect with us virtually, and in addition to the formal ways that we're going to set up teams of people who can write cards to folks, anytime a Calvary member pops into your mind, or a family member or a friend during this time period, send them a text, give them a phone call, send them an email, let them know that you're thinking of them. Perhaps scroll through Facebook a little more detailed than you normally would to see if there's some Calvary members who are posting situations about their work or family life for which you could be praying or you could reach out for them. This is really a time for us to pull together, even though we're apart. And just like you, who might be looking to your pastors for leadership, or your government leaders for leadership, or for A word of comfort. I have been turning to colleagues around the country for words of support and comfort. And my own pastor, George Mason in Dallas, sent out a video message to his church earlier this week. And he read the words of the beloved hymn that we Baptists love to sing, Blessed Be the Tie. And many of us know the first verse really well. But actually, all 4 verses are very meaningful in a time like this. So I read these to you as kind of a virtual blessing today. Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love. The fellowship of kindred minds is like to that above. Before our Father's throne, we pour our ardent prayers. Our fears, our hopes, our aims are one, our comforts and our cares. We share our mutual woes, our mutual burdens bear, and often for each other flows the sympathizing tear. When we asunder part, it gives us inward pain, but we shall still be joined in heart and hope to meet again. Grace and peace to you, Calvary. See you soon.
Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love, the fellowship of